Hi, this is an introduction video to my YouTube channel. I'm basically going to be doing like a load of web development and design stuff, but on a lot of areas that I haven't seen a lot of people approach. And there's like quite a lot of open source projects coming up for frameworks and certain purposes. And not many of them are in depth. Like not they don't have much information. Everything you have to go like digging through yourself. So I thought I'd make quite a load of videos on just certain software and like making them extending the purpose. As you can see, I've got quite a lot of the projects open. In particular, modular gaming, because this one, like, not many people have actually noticed this one yet. But yeah, obviously, gaming's only been popular on like internet with text-based games, but with HTML5 and CSS3, can start doing like proper games. Not as powerful as ones on game systems, but pretty powerful. Um, but I think there still needs this project ain't complete yet, and it still needs quite a lot doing on it. But I was planning to release a game through doing this and make it as a web app, and then because it is possible to make a web app into in a native application for any kind of platform like Android or iPhone. But I thought that'd be a better approach because I've been doing web design and that for years, and I do know a little bit about coding in languages like Java and Cocoa, but not that much. So I'd rather take this approach anyway because it's just easier for me. So I'm planning to do a series of tutorials. Firstly on this because there's parts of it that haven't been designed yet. And it's in where where you can like basically take advantage of mouse and keyboard controls rather than crappy text games where you just click links to do everything. And there's some new canvas stuff like 3D, 2D, like real animations, and games that'll actually, you'd want to play, even if they aren't as powerful as some of the games you can get now on native platforms. And as well as that, I wanted to cover some of these, like JFusion, author of One-Up plugins, PrestaShop specifically. And that is another subject I'm going to get into. Joomla, PHPB, Moodle, iOS. Now this one's going to be quite a big one to go in depth into because I'm planning on making basically iOS into a new kind of cPanel, but obviously open source, because it does have a lot of potential. And I've worked out how to make applications for iOS now. And one of my projects is going to be attempting to make a code editor like Notepad++ or Smultron, and make it so you can like basically use it from anywhere. And I reckon once applications like that are available for iOS, it'll be like pretty useful and could eventually replace cPanel. Because cPanel is good, but it just obviously it costs quite a bit of money, and there's a lot of stuff they don't need, and it's kind of bloated and overcomplicated. WordPress, Zenforo, Elk. There's quite a few things like frameworks and anything to do with Web 3.0 or future stuff that people are building at the minute. I'm going to be doing tutorials on them, specifically on the ones you can't find tutorials for or any kind of documentation. Because I've worked with quite a few and I've had to go through like the pain of figuring it out rather than being able to just find out exactly what it does, so you don't have to dig through the code. So my first tutorial will be on modular gaming, and there'll be a series. I'm not sure how long yet, but it's going to be fairly long because it's going to go in quite in depth. It shouldn't be too complicated. I mean, just as long as you've got basic HTML, JavaScript, CSS, PHP, MySQL, you should be fine. I'll go over it anyway and try to explain it in simple terms. And that's it. So check out other playlists of videos I'm doing in future, and feel free to send me messages or comments on new videos, old videos, or even new software. Yeah.